welcome back to Aloha Jenn's Beauty Blog. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Jen and I am a licensed esthetician in the state of California. Well, welcome to my new series, which is called Spring Reset. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've kind of fallen off the wagon with everything that I wanted to do for my New Year, New You series because life did get in the way. Mainly what happened was when we came back from Hawaii, shortly after we had Misha spayed or fixed. And ever since then, it's been tough for me to get sleep. And also my work schedule changed and I'm working more hours and I'm so busy that I just ran out of time to, keep up with everything. And I haven't been getting the sleep that I need because Misha keeps me up a lot at night. Ever since she got fixed, it's been really, really horrible. And then we've had a bunch of storms here in California, been like straight raining like every week. And I haven't been able to take her for a walk. We do not take her out in the rain for a walk. She doesn't like it. She is spoiled. I'm not gonna lie, but she is very sensitive and she's sensitive to cold and all that. And I don't want to take the risk of her getting sick. So she is basically an indoor dog, but she needs to be walked every day. Otherwise, she has all this pent up anxiety. And what happens is mommy doesn't sleep. And look, she wants to say hi. So we'll let her say hi really quick. Say hi, everyone. Say, I've been a good girl the last couple days because mommy's been taking me for a walk. Yeah, we went for a walk Friday, Saturday, and this morning. And then tomorrow I work. I got to go into the office and I will walk her when I get home tomorrow. It's supposed to rain again. And then after that, I don't think we're going to have any rain for a little bit. I hope not because I need to walk this baby. Otherwise, mommy doesn't sleep. All right, so with that said, this series, we're going to continue this on until summer and then switch things up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an overview for my spring reset. I'm cleaning out, I'm doing a cleaning house of everything, skincare, devices, makeup, getting rid of all that stuff within my life, getting rid of toxic energy, and I'm bringing my Empress energy forward. I want to share all this with you guys because, you guys are basically, you're my friends these days. I don't really have much friends anymore. Things have gotten kind of weird with friends lately. I would say probably within the last year or so. Yeah, it's been about a year. Things have changed with my friends group and we're just not all as close anymore. I don't see them as often. And what I have done for myself personally is I've let go to see who reaches out because I'm always the one inviting. I'm always the one reaching out. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna let them reach out to me and see what happens. Well, guess what? Nobody reaches out. So I guess they're not the friends that I thought they were, where I have more of a close connection with you guys here on YouTube than some of my friends that I've been friends with for years and traveled with and everything. And it's just so funny. Come on, Nisha. Oh, sorry. She's giving me a rough time here. So I'm sharing all this stuff with you guys and being transparent and being open because I know a lot of you go through the same things that I'm going through in my life. So you can sympathize with what I'm going through and how it affects my life. Perimenopause, friendships, our health, weight loss, all this stuff, and our skincare routine. So that's what this series is about. It's not only to help do a spring cleaning of our homes, our products, our skincare tools, our routines, but, releasing toxic energy. And, what I'm going to say to you guys is, I am a worrier, I'm an overthinker, and I worry about everything, but my new attitude is it is what it is, okay? I'm just going to let the energy flow and I'm going to worry about myself and what I have to take care of. I need to take care of myself because I'm sure like a lot of you put everything before yourself. And, you know, I kind of slipped back up into that again, and I cannot do that anymore. So let's get started with this. But before I get it started with some stuff, I have a couple of announcements. So, you guys, I posted a community post, I think it was a week ago, that Art of Skincare is having a giveaway. They're celebrating Gina's 60th birthday, and they're giving away a MyoLift Tri-Lift. So go back into my community post. There's a link there that you can enter the giveaway. Go enter it. I mean, there's not that many entries as of right now, so you may have a good chance of entering in the giveaway to win the MyoLift Tri-Wave. I have a teaser for you because I know you guys have been wanting to hear my feedback on this. Final words, the Lash Le Volume 11 volumizing blow dryer brush. Teaser, I will go into more detail about this. It is a complete fail. I've been using this to straighten out my hair, except for today I went back to my T3 airbrush duo. This is not good, okay? So don't waste your money. I would say if you're looking for a really good blow dryer brush that keeps your hair healthy, the T3 airbrush duo all the way, and I'll go into more detail about this in my favorites and fails video next week. So today's video is basically all about my skincare routine. Now, my skincare routine for the last 3 weeks has been focused on the Aduro Active Face Cream. Now, these skincare demonstrations of my routine are very detailed. There's a lot of tips in there. I just cannot make a short video. I have so much information and education that I want to share with you guys that it is so hard for me to make a short video. So if you don't like the long videos, then maybe you're not meant to be here. I mean, I try to make them shorter and shorter each time, but I just have too much to share, and it's all good information. So in this series, we're gonna do skincare, devices, hair care, wellness. I'm gonna go over my supplement routine with you guys, show you everything that I'm taking to help not only with my health, my skin, but you know, living longer. So there will be a video on that. Basically for devices on my face, I'm sticking with what I know and what I love. So one, you know, okay, you guys, if you haven't seen my oral lip video, go back and watch it. So I'm almost completed my 3rd month of the oral lift treatment in my 4-month trial. I'll be using this probably until the 2nd week in May. And as you guys can see, there is a big dramatic shift in my facial structure and shape. And my husband even has been noticing it lately, and he's just like, oh my God, he goes, you haven't lost any weight? I said, no, it's the oral lift. And he's like, wow, it's really working. I can really see the difference. Now, there's a lot of people out there chasing devices for a defined jawline. Where you will see the biggest change in your overall facial structure, where we lose it over time, because when we are younger, our shape of our face is like an upside down triangle where, you know, we're wider here at the top and your face comes down here at an angle. So we have like more of that oval shape. Well, as we get older, it reverses and our jawline becomes more square round, and this becomes a bit more oval. So the oral lift helps give you that facelift, which works on your defined jawline, plumper cheeks, your corners of your mouth turned up, eyes wider open. Also, as that's going, as your face is resetting, you will see textural changes in your skin. Sometimes people notice that their pores look smaller, their texture looks plumper, and that's because this is resetting everything. It's resetting your muscles to where they need to be. It's resetting your bone structure where it needs to be. It helps with facial pain. It helps with posture. This is a device that helps you move more fluidly, which gives you that, you know, youthful appearance, not only having that youthful glow in your skin with whatever you're doing with your skin, skincare, diet, devices, but this has you become more fluid, which, over a period of time too, is we become hunched over from poor posture, which makes us look older. So number one device for working on your facial structure. Number two device, which I will be including in my routine, is the Anma. If you really want to improve your overall facial structure and your jawline, and fine lines and wrinkles and the firmness and elasticity of your skin, you need to work on the fascia. It is so important. I preach it all the time. If you are not incorporating fascia work into your skincare routine, you're seriously missing out, and it's probably the reason why you're not seeing results in your devices. Straight up. And you have to not only focus on your face, but you have to focus on your body. So I have been incorporating block therapy, which is for the overall body, into my, exercise routine. And I don't really consider this exercise for me. This is more about wellness of getting my body pain-free. Now, I am doing the sampler program with the towel, and it's so good. It's so good with the towel, but I need to get the block. So right now, I am on a budget because, things in the economy aren't doing so well. And, my job actually is I work for a laser, oops, that's all I'm going to say. So what I do is, I work for a company where the procedure that we do is elective. I don't want to announce it because I live in a small town. And some people know where I live, and I don't want people to show up because it is a niche field. And this is only for my own safety. But, it's an elective procedure, what we do, and it's not covered by insurance. And so, here in the San Francisco Bay Area, a lot of the tech companies laid off like thousands and thousands of people. Like Facebook just laid off, I think 22,000 people, and then Amazon's laid off about another 20,000 people. So times are just kind of scary right now, especially if you have loved ones or family members that work for these tech companies, and there's not a lot of jobs out there right now. So I'm putting myself on a budget, and I'm saving up for, you didn't need to know all this, I know. I'm saving up for the block starter kit. Now, I'm probably gonna just get the starter kit with just the original big block. I'm not going to get both blocks, even though I want both blocks, but it's just not feasible for my budget right now because the starter program, it's either $147 plus $25 shipping, or it's $247 plus $25 shipping. And then after that, it's $49.99 a month for a membership after your 14-day trial with a membership. And, or you could do an annual membership, and it's just not feasible for my income right now. And with that said, I'm probably going to have to put off on a couple of devices that I wanted to get. I was looking into the MyLift Tri-Wave. I'm also looking into a Pico toner, and those are probably going to have to be on hold right now because I have to be very careful with where my money goes, and it's only going to go on things that I need. All right, so Anma is a device I'll be using on my face. My other device, the Lift with the MyoLift QT or the MyoLift Mini. So this is the Lift Probe by Mann. I am absolutely in love with the Lift Probe by Mann. Now, I haven't performed microcurrent for 2 weeks on my skin. I was actually wanted to do it last Monday. I was hoping that Jane was coming out with her Lift With Me Mondays video, but she did not. So, and I won't have time to do this tomorrow, but I will do it one day this week. So when I first got this, I have to tell you, I have been following Mann's, advice of performing microcurrent every 72 hours on my skin. And I've been following her Lift With Me Mondays, where it's like an hour-long session. And I see more of a difference in my skin with using the Mann Lift and performing my microcurrent every 72 hours. It's like before, performing microcurrent every day is not necessary, and it also depends on the device that you have. Like if you have the MyLift Tri-Wave, you have that rejuvenation waveform to where you can use that every day. But, you know, using other microcurrent devices every day, like I used this for 3 days in a row with my MyoLift devices and my skin looked overworked. It was too much for my skin. That's not everybody, but there is a couple of people that I know, like Mai from Microcurrent Love, Jane Mann, there's Tony from Dermadisc. They pretty much all perform those microcurrent sessions and do like a longer session every 72 hours, and their skin looks amazing. So I'm going to follow that rule. And the Jane Mann lift is how I will be performing my microcurrent treatments. So we'll do some more videos here on the lift. I know I got to share more with it, but I have to tell you, this device is the bee's knees. It's the Balm.com. And if you don't have this, save up for it and get it. Artist Skincare carries it calibrated for the MyoLift Mini or the QT or the Tri-Wave. And it is, it's worth every single penny. That's how much I love it. All right, next device I will be using on my skin is my LED light therapy devices. So I went back to my Aduro 7-in-1 mask, and I will continue on using my Aduro neck and deck piece along with my Current Body Lip Perfector. And another massage tool that I will be using is my Lanshin Mascara. I'm going to start incorporating this before I do my Anma treatments because I really, really like this on my jawline and on my neck. With the heat, I feel like it really helps release additional tension. This is another thing that I think you guys need to put on your list. For my favorite massage tools, these are it. These are the Bee's Knees Balm.com tools, okay? They're my favorite. They work. I just love, 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 worth every single penny. All right. And I will be using the HR Booster H for product penetration in the evenings. I demonstrate this in the video. Now, as far as my droplet, I'm putting my droplet on hold for right now because I have about 37 days worth of capsules of the collagen capsules and the lip plumper capsules. I'm going to put this on hold and probably test this again in the summer because I can't afford the subscription for these. If I continue on with the droplet, it's going to be $158 a month with those capsules, and that's just not in my budget right now. I love the droplet. I think it is fabulous, but it's not a need, and it's an investment, and it's quite expensive. And there's other skincare products that I personally like better than this, that I see more of a difference in my skin, like adding that Neogenesis moisturizing mist as my massage medium for when I'm massaging my osmosis serums in my skin has made a big difference. So I see more of a difference with that, and it's cheaper versus I do with the droplet. However, I love the lip plumper capsules, but this isn't a need. This is more of, you know, luxury item for me. It's more of a want, okay? So that's gonna be going on hold for now. So we're gonna go over that. I'm gonna do my supplements. I'm gonna do hair, which I will talk more about in my favorites video. I've been testing the Virtue Flourish line. This is so great if you're suffering from thinning hair, breaking hair, hair shedding, menopausal hair, perimenopausal hair. Look into the Flourish line. I love it. It's great for my hair. It doesn't cause any issues with my curls, but I'll go into more depth with that. So for my scalp and hair, I will be using my Ladura Duo. And a lot of you ask me all the time if you can use this without the pods, and yes, you can. And I'm gonna put it to the test for you guys so you can see that you don't have to be tied to using the pods. So they did just reformulate the Balance pod. It's so much better, by the way. I love it. Oh, I love it. Boost and Balance are my favorite pods, by the way. They're both water-based formulas. I prefer the water-based formulas. Next, so I'm going to be using the Ladura Duo with the Flourish Booster Density Spray. So I will be using this when I wash my hair, or like tonight I'll use it because my hair is straight. When my hair is curly, I cannot get this through my hair, and I tend to just use my fingers to apply this at night. So every time I'll use this is when I wash my hair, or like I'll use it again tonight, because with the Flourish Booster Spray, you have to apply it twice a night, and I will show you that routine. So that pretty much sums up what's going to happen here. Let me see if I missed anything. So I'm going to do, so I've done skincare. Let me know if you want me to elaborate on that. We'll do some lifestyle wellness. I'm going to do intimate wellness, body care. One thing I forgot is, so I've only used the MBK Curve like twice in the last month. I just, didn't have time for it. And I really wanted to focus my treatments on my LED and my lift. And I just ran out of time. But also was thinking, this is probably not a good idea right now to use, because I'm doing the Aura Lift, and to really see the true results, we're not focusing on working on my neck and my jawline for the skin tightening. We want to see the true end result of the Aura Lift after my 4-month treatment plan. So MBK Curve, as you guys know, I love this device. I think it works great for the neck at firming and tightening the skin. But this is designed to be used on the body. So I am going to start testing this on my arms for you guys, okay? So I'm gonna do my arms. I'm gonna use it pretty much all over my body, my arms and my thighs, because I need some help. Because I've been lacking with taking care of my body, exercise. So I'm gonna start testing this out, and I will do a video on how the settings to use for your body if you're looking for a device to use on your body. This is fabulous, by the way, because I've tested it on my body parts and I do see a difference. And I personally think that MBK Curve is the best device created to help with your skin tightening concerns on your body. So it's great. So that will be coming here soon. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this introduction to my new series, and I'll be adding onto it, every week. We'll be checking in once a week to keep ourselves motivated for summer, okay? And I'll try to keep the videos pretty short. I apologize that this video is going to be really long today, but I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up. And if there's anything that you want me to talk about during this series, please leave the questions down below in the description box, and we can touch base on that. All right, so don't forget, Aura Lift is having their sale. It's 15% off until April 3rd. And then you can use my code to save an additional 10%. And you guys can see like how much my facial structure is set. I look younger. I'm getting so many people reaching out to me saying, oh my gosh, what did you do? You look like 10 years younger. And I'm like, oh, you really know how to make a girl feel special. All right, guys, I will see you in the next one. I'm sending you all so much love and light, and I'll see you next week. Aloha, everyone, and welcome to the demonstration of my evening skincare routine. Now, this is my skincare routine that I have been doing for the last 3 weeks. I have changed it up, and I've introduced some new products that I want to share with you. And the main point of this routine is to really demonstrate my new favorite skincare product, which is Aduro. This is an active face cream for loss of volume in the skin, which is it regenerates the fat cells. So if you have any areas on your face, like your under eyes, your cheeks, around your lip area, your nasolabial folds, and your marionette lines that you get right in through here, and an undefined jawline, this is the answer, because usually that is related to loss of the fat cells and fat pads in the skin. This also works for the fat pads right here in your 11s. Now, there is no proof of it yet for working on the temple area, but the rest of the face, yes. And I have been using this for 3 weeks, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I'm seeing a difference in my skin, and I love it so much. I bought 2 backup bottles, okay? All right, so here is my skin. Now, I have a full face of makeup on, and I have been loving the Rose Ink. This is gonna be a mouthful. Skin Enhance Luminous Tinted Serum. OMG, I'm so in love with this this is like my new favorite foundation. I do not have a makeup primer on my skin, and I love that about this. It lasts all day. It looks like my skin, but better. It is a sheer coverage, or like a skin tint. I have demonstrated this, and the longer I have this on my skin, I feel like it makes my skin look better. It is so pretty. So if you're someone who likes a sheer to light coverage, this is for you. It does not enhance the texture in my skin. It's like the perfect luminosity without it being too much. It does not settle into my fine lines and wrinkles. Love, love, love. I also switched back to my Ilia, I think it's called True Skin Serum Concealer, and this is the shade 1.5. I want to say it's 1.5. Let me see. I think it's either Suma or Yucca. It's Suma, and then I have shade I think it's 2.0, which is Yucca. Now, with the Rose Ink, I only use the 1.5 underneath my eyes, and the reason why I do that is to help with my dark circles and to clean up my eyeshadow. I did not use any other concealer on my face. I love this concealer. So the reason why I went back to this is because I have these backups, and they're almost a year old, and so I wanted to use them. So that's why I busted it out, and I actually really like it with the Rose Ink Luminous Skin Tint better than the Charlotte Tilbury. Now, I have backups of my Charlotte Tilbury concealers, and they were getting, the ones that I have open now were getting old, and I'm like, oh, I gotta use this up. So that's the reason why I went back to this, and I still love this. This is one of my favorite concealers. And of course, I'm wearing the One Lavender palette on my eyes from Charlotte Tilbury. Love this palette. I have been using it every day since it arrived. So beautiful. Actually, did I say Charlotte Tilbury? I'm sorry, Lawless. So this is from the Lawless. I already did a makeup look. This is the look I'm wearing from that video. And then Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wand in the shade Pillow Talk. That's the blush that I'm wearing with this look right now. And as you can see, it goes really well with this look. Love these Matte Beauty Blush Wands. And the highlighter I'm wearing is the Pillow Talk Beauty Light Wand. I love the Beauty Light Wands too. So pretty. And I just love these from Charlotte Tilbury. The ones that I do not like are Pinkgasm, Peachgasm, and Goldgasm. But their Spotlight and the Pillow Talk ones are really, really good. The Matte Beauty Blush ones are good. The Hollywood Contour ones are really good. Love, love, love. All right, that's enough about makeup. Another thing really quick before we get into cleansing is, guess what popped up? My original Aura Lift. My husband found it today, and you'll never believe where it was. It got lost in our couch. And I think what happened is, sometimes what I do is in my evening treatments, I'll pop it in while we're watching TV. And I think Misha grabbed it and she hid it, because she can actually put this in her mouth. And every time I use this, she wants to play with this. And I think one night when I fell asleep, she actually grabbed it. And so there it was. So Yeah, I thought I lost it at work, but apparently I didn't. I lost it in my couch. So, Lift is having their sale starting today, which is the 25th. It runs until April 3rd. If you want to know more about the Lift, head on over to my last video that I put up on my channel so you can see my 3.5 month results. And as you can see, look at my jawline. It looks so good. Look at my cheeks and look at my eyes. Now, someone made a comment in my last video about me using devices with this. And yes, I said I was going to use devices on this round. When I did my initial round, I didn't use any devices whatsoever, and I still got great results. If you are first starting out with the Lift, they do recommend that you don't use any devices at all. However, you can, if you'd like to, I would say probably within the 6 to 8 week mark after, starting your treatment. I'll leave it up to you, but Lift does suggest that you don't use any devices. However, as what I'm finding with my treatments, that the devices are help accelerating my results. And I really haven't been using much devices on my skin, especially within the last 2 weeks. I have not performed microcurrent for 2 weeks. I wanted to perform the lift this week on Monday, when Mann usually releases her new lift with me on Monday's video, but she didn't release it this week. And so I have not performed any microcurrent. The only devices that I've used on my skin are my LED light therapy. This one, which I'm going to show you tonight, which is the HR Booster H device from Medicube. This is a product penetration device. And I've used my Anma. That is it. I haven't used radio frequency for 2 weeks. And my skin still looks great. And I'm leaving that to Aduro. And my LED light therapy, I went back to my Aduro 7-in-1 mask versus the Qure. I was using the Qure, like I have it right here. Let me grab it. Sorry. I'm gonna try. I have this stuff underneath my vanity here that I need to organize and put away. I just don't have the time. Okay, so the Qure Rejuvalight Pro. So I stopped using the Qure because I wasn't seeing results with it. I've used this for 3 months and I absolutely do not see any results in my skin with it. I like it because it's a quick treatment and it's recommended to use it daily, but I'm still not seeing results. I like it. I think it's a great concept, but however, where I see the most results in my skin with LED light therapy is actually with my Aduro 7-in-1 using my MaySama Green Roobios serum. So I started that back up this week. I already see results in my skin. So yeah, so tonight we're going to go into my nighttime skincare routine, and then I'm going to film tomorrow morning my daytime skin routine, and that one's going to include red LED light therapy. So let's get started, shall we? So my headband is actually from MaySama. They have these and they're for sale on their website. It's so cute. I love it. All right, so let's get going here. My water cooled down. Oh, well, we'll do this with cold water. So I've been testing a new cleansing oil, and this is from Corley. Now, this is a brand that Art of Skincare sells, and I watched a video from Art of Skincare on Corley, and her products sound really good, and I was very interested in their cleansing oil. I'm also interested in their stem cell serum, especially the one for the eyes. Those sound really amazing, so eventually I will pick those up. I will have to tell you, I am on a budget right now due to the economy. So this has no scent to it. It's clear. This is an emulsifying cleansing oil. Let me see if I can read the ingredients for you really quick. There is organic sunflower seed oil, organic safflower seed oil, C12-15 alkyl benzenate DIPPG2 methyl myrrh 10. Those are the emulsifiers. Tocopherol acetate. So as you can see, it is minimal ingredients, and this emulsifies. I love this cleansing oil. It is so, so good. So this gives your skin a really good cleanse. I find that this one does a deeper first cleanse than the Fit Glow makeup cleansing oil, and this doesn't have any scent to it whatsoever. And the ingredients are very minimal, and I have been loving it so, so much. It feels so good on the skin, and it removes all of my makeup practically and my SPF. Sometimes with some mascaras, it doesn't remove it, like this Prime Chromatics one. It's a little bit tough to remove with makeup cleansing oils, even the Fit Glow makeup cleansing oil. But I just have to spend a little bit of time working it into my lashes, and it will get there. Now, I really love to really work this one into the skin. And this one, it really helps if you have a lot of congestion, like blackheads and sebaceous filaments. It is really, really good stuff. And I really love the fact that this does not have a scent to it. So I love to sit here and really work this into my skin to remove the day away. And in the areas where I'm prone to blackheads and sebaceous filaments, I like to go in there and do a little extra massaging so it can really help loosen up those blackheads, sebaceous filament, dirt, and oils in the skin, usually around my T-zone and on my chin is where I'm really prone to those. Okay, now I'm gonna go take some water and I'm gonna start working it into my skin a little bit more and emulsify this oil. This too has a nice silky feel to it compared to others that I have tried. And I believe it's like $25 for 4 ounces. So it is on the affordable side. And the Michelle Corley products are actually pretty affordable. And they seem to be really beautifully formulated. Now, I've never heard of Michelle Corley. I've only heard of it before from Art of Skincare. So that's what I love about Art of Skincare, is that they carry these brands like Rhonda Allison, Michelle Corley, that you can't get anywhere else. There's Sorella, there's Botnia. They have a lot of great skincare brands there. All right, so now that that is pretty worked into my skin, I am ready to remove it. All right, so I am going to take my Lush cloth here. I have 2 of them. So when I do a double cleanse in the evening, I use 2 separate face cloths. Okay, so I'm going in with this white one first. Okay. Oof, look at that day. Now, if I was wearing a different foundation, this would look worse. It would look really, really brown. And that Rose Ink Luminous Skin Foundation is so lovely. Okay. See, look at how good that works at removing the makeup. And this doesn't feel stripping on the skin whatsoever. It just really gives you a nice cleanse and removing all the makeup and SPF and toxins from the skin. Okay. So tonight I'm gonna go in with the Osmosis cleanse for my second cleanse. This is my favorite daily cleanser for morning and evening. I just really, really love this cleanser a lot. Now, sometimes I will go in with an enzymatic cleanser, and it will be either the Botnia Renewal Face Wash or the Osmosis Purify. And in my second cleanse, sometimes I will go in with the My Skin Buddy for a deeper cleanse, just depending on my skin. But I do use my My Skin Buddy for cleansing at least 1 or 2 times a week. I really, really love my My Skin Buddy, and mine is still kicking after, what, 4 years? That's a long time. Okay, so this is pretty good and worked into my skin. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it now here with my second Lush cloth. Now, I really like this size of the Lush cloths versus this size. So I hope that this size is going to be a permanent size, because I need to place an order for more. Because I really, really enjoy these for my skin. They are so lush, so soft. And for those of you who have really sensitive skin, these are way softer than those microfiber cloths that I normally use on my skin. And I still use them, but these are so much better. It's just that I prefer the bigger size versus the smaller size for me. Okay. Okay, so we are all nice and clean now. Now let's go into my skincare. I got a hair. All right, so for my skincare, right after I cleanse my skin, I go in with the Osmosis Stem Factor. This is their Growth Factor Serum. Now, growth factors help repair your skin. They're excellent for prevention and repair. So if you're microneedling, this is a great serum to microneedle with or to apply after. So I apply this everywhere, and with the Osmosis Stem Factor, it absorbs really fast in the skin, and your growth factors should always go first on your skin because they are a larger molecule. So you want to put them first on the skin, and then we're going to work it a bit more into the skin with the other products on top. Now, with the Stem Factor, I like it, but I've gotten a taste of the Neogenesis serums. I've tried the skin serum, and I think it is better than the Stem Factor. I want to try Recovery. Now, Neogenesis is pretty expensive, so I can't really afford it, but it is on my wish list. Now, I may switch out to the Neogenesis skin serum in place of my Stem Factor when this is finished, but I'll keep you posted because this, I believe, is cheaper than the Neogenesis. But eventually I want to do Neogenesis because what I've seen in my skin compared to the Osmosis Stem Factor, I actually like it better. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to cocktail 2 serums. I'm going to cocktail the Catalyst AC11 by Osmosis. This is the DNA C Repair Serum. So DNA, this helps repair damaged DNA, and that is, per Osmosis's Catalyst, broken capillaries, loss of firmness, and or loss of elasticity, lack of firmness in the skin. It helps with broken capillaries. It helps with sun damage, hyperpigmentation. So usually these DNA repair serums help repair the damaged DNA that comes from the sun. So fine lines and wrinkles, loss of collagen and elasticity in the skin, sun damage. So that's what a DNA repair serum does. Now, Osmosis was the first to come out with their version, and this has, I believe this is, I'm not sure if this is patented. I think it is a proprietary blend, or a proprietary formula. Excuse me, I cannot talk. And there's new ones out on the market, such as Photozyme and Rescue MD, which sounds confusing because we have an Osmosis MD Rescue. So there's new ones on the market, and I believe Photozyme is cheaper than Catalyst AC11, and it's not orange. I may eventually try that because I'm very curious to see how it compares to the Osmosis Catalyst. So with the Osmosis Catalyst, they use amino acids. This has also oxidized ascorbic acid in it, and that's why it's really orange. And then there's also copper in here. Now I take a half a pump of Catalyst, and then I take a half a pump of Osmosis Renew, which is their level 4 retinaldehyde serum. So this is the highest level of retinaldehyde. I can't remember the percentage, but so I take a half a pump of each, and I used to take my finger and cocktail it like this, but it stains my finger. So what I do is I just take my finger, or stains my fingernail. So I just take my hands and massage it in, and then this I put all over, even around my eyes, down to my neck and chest. Now with all the Osmosis serums, except for like Perfection and Clarify, which is their acne retinaldehyde serum, you can take them 360 degrees around the eyes. Okay, so I love the Osmosis retinaldehyde serums. I think they are the best on the market. They've really perfected the formulation. They are orange, and you have to massage them into the skin. That's the only thing with these Osmosis serums, is you have to really massage them into the skin. And that can be kind of annoying sometimes. So I have the Rescue serum right here, and this is an epidermal repair serum. So what this does, this helps restore your barrier. This one is actually multifunctional because they did reformulate it. So it helps with pretty much all your skincare concerns: acne, rosacea, hyperpigmentation, fine lines and wrinkles, loss of elasticity in the skin. It helps tighten and firm, and has blue light protection and antioxidant protection. So it's a serum that does it all. And in my skincare routine, I apply it last, and I apply 1 full pump. So in the skincare routine, the 2 serums that I apply 1 full pump of are Stem Factor and Rescue. Now you can go and you can do Stem Factor Rescue and then apply Catalyst and Renew, or you can do Stem Factor, Cocktail Catalyst and Renew, massage that into your skin, and apply Rescue last. You can play around with it and see how it best fits your skincare routine. But just so you know, if you are using other serums in your skincare routine, that Rescue does contain glycerin. So sometimes glycerin can block other serums from penetrating into the skin. So just take that into consideration. Now, Rescue is the one serum that you can use pretty much with any of your other skincare products that you're using in your routine. And it is a great introduction to Osmosis And where I think Osmosis stands out is their serums and their supplements. All right, so what we are going to go into next is I need to massage all this into my skin. So I normally use, I don't think I have it here. Oh, here it is. I normally use the Osmosis Boost Mist to massage my serums into my skin. So this has hydrating peptides and hyaluronic acid in it. They also have infused, which is great for sensitive skin. I have sensitive skin and I don't mind this. I actually really, really like this because it has more hydrating properties to it. I have recently been testing the Neogenesis moisturizing mist. I've been using this for about 3 weeks now, and I absolutely love this. Now, this contains the Neogenesis patented S2RM technology, which is human conditioned media. And you know, some people do not like that, but I love what this does for my skin. It is so hydrating. And I love what it does for my skin. So I'm going to take 3 pumps just in my hands, and I'm just going to quickly massage this into my skin. Just give it a little massage, and I will take a little bit more, like 3 more pumps, and really massage it first into my neck and my chest, because I am going to use the Medicube Booster H product penetration device on my skin, and I'm only going to use it on my face and right here underneath my jaw. They say that you can really use it on your neck, but I'm a little bit sensitive to it. Now this has, I think it's mesoporation. It's supposed to help with your pores. But what I like about this product penetration device, I've only been testing it for about 3 weeks, is that you don't have to use a conductive gel with it. You can use it with your serums and you can use it with your moisturizers. And the reason why they came out with this is because they promote it with their collagen line. So collagen in skincare does not build collagen in the skin. It actually, what it does is it's a hydrator. So collagen is one of the most underrated hydrators. It is fabulous. I love it. But a lot of people are misled thinking that it's actually going to build collagen, but it can't build collagen in the skin because the molecule is too large and the skin doesn't receive it topically as it does internally. And even if you take collagen internally, it doesn't really do anything for your skin. You would have to take it in copious amounts to see a difference in your skin. Where you will see it on the outside of the body is your hair and your nails. And where you see the most benefits in your skin from collagen is actually marine collagen. And you would have to make sure that you take a high purity marine collagen in a high dosage to really reap the benefits for the skin. All right, so I'm gonna go in with my Neogenesis Moisture Mist, and I'm gonna spray this part of my face, and I'm gonna turn on the HR Booster H device. There's 5 levels, and I like to use level 3. I started at 1 and I worked my way up, and I'm continuing to work my way up. So you can go in little circles like this all over, and you do not use this underneath your eyes. And then right here, when you get to your crow's feet, you can just hold it to let it penetrate the product. And you can do that in certain areas too, where you want it to be a little bit more concentrated. Like I'll do it like where I have my fine lines and wrinkles. And then you can go like this, like over moisturizer, you would want to go like this into the skin. So you just use this for 5 minutes, and I only use it once a day. And I've been using this in place in the evening instead of my Osmosis Epic Skin Tool. So I can test this, and I have to say, I really, really like it. But I'm still testing it, and I will report back to you. Now with the MediCube products, I haven't been able to really use their skincare. It breaks me out. I always get a rash from it, and I'm super bummed because I really wanted to like it. I like their Cica sheet mask, and I like their Age R sheet mask, but everything else, oh, and their conductive gel for devices is really good, and it's super affordable. But unfortunately, I cannot use the MediCube products that they sent. I sent the collagen line, and it's just, it breaks me out. And I have that issue actually with a lot of Korean skincare. And usually the reason being is due to fragrance that's in there. In the MediCube, it's not highly fragranced, but there is a fragrance in there, and it's not natural. It's synthetic, and it really, really freaks my skin out. So I just take this all over. Sometimes I will just concentrate on one side of my face for 2 minutes, or I'll just do 1 minute on each side. But I will use a product penetration device as long as I don't have to use a conductive gel with it. If I have to use a conductive gel, it's just not going to work for me because I don't want to have to worry about wiping that conductive gel off after I've applied my serums and worked them into my skin. So I wanted to test this out with my osmosis serums to see if it works better than the Epic Skin Tool, and I have to say it does. I actually like this better because the Epic Skin Tool with the pyramids, it's kind of aggressive on my skin. My skin is thin and it's sensitive, and I'm always super red after I use the Epic Skin Tool, and sometimes I can get some irritation from it too. So it says you can't use this on around your thyroid, but I'm using this on the lower part of my neck here. So I have a minute left. So I just noticed that my skin looks really glowy after I use this. And I know there's some of you that have this and absolutely love it. And I have been loving it. I really like it. Now with the MediCube devices, the other device that I have is their DermaShot, the EMS device. And I cannot use that. It is way, 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 way too strong for me. And I think I'm going to give that away actually because I can't use it. The one thing I don't like about this Neogenesis Moisture Mist is that the spray comes out pretty heavy. I wish it was finer. So after I massage the osmosis serums into my skin, I use the Booster H from MediCube. I just go and massage any leftover serum into my skin. Well, mist. Sorry, you guys. It's been a long day. I've been lacking sleep. Misha has been keeping me up at night ever since we got her fixed. She's been not herself, and she wakes me up every night between 1:30 and 3, has to go potty, and then she doesn't want to go back to bed. And I'm really, really suffering from my sleep, as you can see. Well, actually my under eyes look pretty good today, but just my mental clarity is not there. And I was hoping that I could sleep in this weekend, get caught up on sleep, but it's just not happening. And It's really, really bad for my health in general. Not just my skin, but my health in general. And I need sleep, hopefully tomorrow. All right, so I have also been testing the One Skin Eye. So this, what I have been doing is at night, I just apply it to my upper eye area, and I've been applying it on my eyelids. Now, during the day when I wear makeup, I do not apply it to my eyelids, but I apply it to my brow bone area and underneath my eyes. I really have been liking this so far, and I have noticed that it seems like it is firming up my hooded eyes, and then it's also really helped with the crepiness and the skin texture of my eye area. OMG, because it was starting to look really crinkly and crepey in this area. And this has been great. Now, this isn't going to do anything for the hollowness of your under eyes. This will help with the skin texture around the eyes and fine lines and wrinkles and firming and tightness. The sunkenness and the hollows is a whole different story of what I'm going to share with you. That is usually caused by fat pad loss or loss of volume in those fat cells. So I just kind of massage this lightly back and forth into my eyes. I know I'm going in the wrong direction, but it actually feels really good right now because I'm also suffering from seasonal allergies. All right, so next we're going into Aduro. So with Aduro, before I put this on, so I put Aduro pretty much all over my face. I know you're not supposed to do that, but I do that because I really like the way it makes my skin look. So what I just did is I took the Osmosis Hydrate Plumping Moisturizer and I put that on my neck and my chest. And then I put Aduro all over my face. Now with the Aduro, it's not like your typical moisturizer where you rub it into the skin like I am with the Osmosis Hydrate. With the Aduro, what you do is you paint it on the skin with your fingers. Now, I probably use way too much of this, and I'm going through it pretty fast. I've had it for 3 weeks, so this is 50 mLs, 1.76 ounces, and I've had it for 3 weeks. It was full, and I'm right here, so I'm more than halfway through. Now, they say in order to see results, you should be using this for about 8 to 12 weeks to see the full results. Now, I've been using this for 3 weeks, and I have noticed a difference in my skin. My under eye already looks a lot plumper. My skin is more even in tone. It looks really glowy, but right here around my lips and right here where I was starting to get the marionette lines, it's plumped it up in this area so much. Now, where's my little card? It says here, so to put this in the areas where you're basically look gaunt or depleted. So it helps with the depleted under eye, deflated upper cheek, saggy lower cheek, vertical mouth lines, so that's vertical lines on the lips, and these vertical lines that you get from right here, and undefined jawline. So what I've noticed is, okay, so how you could tell, I know it doesn't look like it to you guys, like I have volume loss, but I know I have volume loss in my skin. So I know I have it underneath my eyes, especially this one where like it pretty much destroyed the fat pad from the Time Master Pro. But right in through here, like when you go down and you have this sagging skin that's right in here, that's actual volume loss. And when you get the lip lines right in here, volume loss. When you start to see the marionette lines right in here, that is volume loss. And that's where this cream comes in. So this is a topical cream that helps restore those fat cells, so restore the volume loss. And what I love about this is that it is not a forever product. Now, I will probably use this forever in my skincare routine because you can use it 2 times a week for maintenance. However, To see the best results, they recommend using it twice a day, and in 2 to 4 weeks, you will see visible tightening in the skin. And from 4 to 8 weeks, you will see visible filling of those loss of fat cells in those depleted areas. So I'm going to take 2 pumps and we're going to paint this underneath my eyes, and you have to make sure that you apply it lightly. Do not rub this. Now, on me, this melts pretty fast into my skin. So what you do is you apply this to the skin in a painting motion. You do not rub, because how it gets to those fat cells is through the hair follicle. And if you rub this into the skin, you're basically pressing it in to the stratum corneum, and that's not where the hair follicle is you have to paint this on in a thick layer and let it absorb into the skin or slide into that hair follicle. Now, for those of you who are wondering if this works, if you shave your face, yes, it does. I shave my face once a week, and I'm still noticing a difference with it. So basically, that's what I do, is I just paint it on. Now, they say with this, what you can do is you can leave it on for 7 to 10 minutes and wipe it off and follow through with your moisturizer. And what I do is I leave it on for sometimes hours before I go to bed. Sometimes, usually I do my skincare like maybe sometimes like 3 hours before I go to bed. I put this on, and then right before I go to bed, I rub it all into my skin, and it becomes my nighttime moisturizer. During the day, I wear it differently, and I will show you that. But it is love. I love, 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 love. All right, so that is enough for this long ass nighttime skincare routine. I was way too chatty. So I will see you guys in the morning with my morning skincare routine. And I gotta go now because I'm getting too chatty. I'll see you in a bit. Good morning, everyone. I just woke up and we're gonna do my morning skincare routine. So this is what I've been doing first thing in the morning when I wake up. I got really good sleep last night. I got to sleep in today, yay! And I slept hard as I am so puffy. And I apologize for the setting because this isn't my normal setup, and it's early here. My husband's still sleeping, so I cannot do this in my regular bathroom. I'm in our spare bathroom. So if you're wondering what this cap is on my head here, this is a sleeping cap that is made out of satin. So I sleep on a silk pillowcase for my hair and for my skin. But lately what's been happening is I've been getting those night hot flashes. So what happens is, like, I get really sweaty and my hair gets all sweaty and everything. So I'm testing this out to see if it keeps me cooler while I sleep. And so far it's been great. And I just leave my hair up in it. So we're gonna go in with the MaySama Green Rooibos Gel Balm Cleanser. So I started back up on using my MaySama Green Rooibos Pressed Serum with my Aduro 7-in-1 LED light mask. And when I perform my LED light treatments, I love to use the Green Rooibos Gel Balm Cleanser first thing along with the serum with my LED light therapy. I see the biggest difference in my skin when I use the MaySama Gel Balm Cleanser and the Press Serum with my red LED light therapy. I have tested the Qure mask without the MaySama, and I've tested it with. And I actually prefer the Qure mask without the MaySama because it's such a quick treatment that I love to use this with my Aduro because it's a longer treatment and I feel like I get the most benefits from the serum that way. So The Gel Balm Cleanser is an absolute favorite. Now, I am almost out of this one, and I do have a backup tube here just in case. I have to place an order soon for some more serum. So just so you guys know, with the MaySama serum, if you don't know this, if you've been using it, but it is a little bag inside the bottle. So you could take that bag out and cut it open and scrape out what's left inside. Some people do not know that. It's not actually inside the bottle directly. It is in a little baggie. And that's how you have to take it out to recycle it too. So I massage this all over my skin. Now, I love the texture of this cleanser. It is so silky and feels so luxurious on the skin. It is amazing. And it emulsifies too. So I love this as a morning cleanser. It's great as a first cleanse for your evening routine too, to remove your makeup. This has so many wonderful ingredients in it. There's arginine in there, there's oat milk, beta glucan, which is really good for hydration in the skin. It's full of polysaccharides, but it's also great for calming a sensitive skin. And the MaySama line is created with those of us with sensitive skin in mind. There's no essential oils in the product line. Everything that you smell is from the ingredients like the green Rooibos tea. And some of the products you can smell the Rooibos tea more so than in the others, like in the pressed serum. This just smells like skincare. So I love to really work this into my skin, and I could sit here forever working this into my skin. Now I'm adding some water, but it just feels really, really good. So, and you know, Bev May is really, really passionate about her brand. She does a lot of research, comes out with some really good articles in her blog. And stay tuned, because there is some exciting things that are going to be coming from MaySama Beauty that you guys are actually going to really love. I think it's going to be amazing. So I'm just working this into my skin with the water to break it down, and also kind of like wake my face up and do a little massage. I sometimes will go in with my Anma while the pressed serum is absorbing into my skin and just wake up my fascia. Sometimes I'll take my Anma in the shower in the mornings and just do a quick wake up of everything. Okay, now that we have that broken down and emulsified, I'm gonna go in with my soft microfiber cloth here. I'm out of my Lash cloths. I have to wash them this morning. So I'm just going to remove this gently from my skin. Now, if you rinse the Gel Balm Cleanser off the skin, it will leave a slight layer on the skin. If you wipe it off with the cloth, it removes that layer. So and I use this on my chest too, because I'm using my Aduro neck piece as well. So with my LED light therapy, the Aduro is 20 minutes and I use the full 20 minutes on my face. But with the neck piece, it's 10 minutes. And I've been doing it every day. And I will probably be doing my LED light therapy for every day for the next 30 days. All right, so now that the cleanser is removed from my skin, it feels so good. Oh my gosh. This cleanser is so hydrating, and it just really makes your skin feel so good. I love, love, love. So now we're gonna go in with the MaySama Green Rooibos Press Serum. Now I'm gonna start out with 2 pumps, and here's 2 pumps. And I'm going to put this all over my skin, even around my eyes. I want it everywhere where the LED is going to be on my skin. So and I just work it in to my skin. Now this, I can smell the green rooibos and I love it. I love the smell of tea. It's just so good. Now the MaySama Green Rooibos Press Serum does have niacinamide in it. And sometimes if my barrier is disrupted or after I've exfoliated, I do get red from the niacinamide. It's not an allergic reaction. And sometimes when people use niacinamide, they do get really red, or they can feel that, like the heat in their skin. But if it happens every time, there's a good chance that your barrier might be disrupted. So take that into consideration with niacinamide. It kind of resembles as the niacin flush that you get when you take niacin. Sometimes when I take the Osmosis Elevate, if I don't take it with food, I'll get a niacin flush and it gets really hot and I get red and splotchy all over. But the same thing can happen with niacinamide in your skincare products. And a lot of people think that it's an allergic reaction. But if it happens every time you use your niacin serum or products that have niacin in it, you may want to take a look at your barrier. So just a side note. So with the MaySama Green Rooibos Press Serum, you leave it on for about 15 to 20 minutes to penetrate into the skin, and then you continue on with your LED light therapy. Now, if you cannot use the MaySama Green Rooibos Pressed Serum for your LED light therapy because the ingredients aren't right for your skin, what you can do is you can take like 2 green tea bags and brew some green tea. And once it cools, you can apply it to your skin with a cotton pad. And you also have to let that absorb into your skin for 15 to 20 minutes before you perform your LED light treatment. That's what is recommended. So there's a little tip for you if this is out of your price range or you can't use it. But I see amazing results with my LED light therapy with the MaySama Green Rooibos Press Serum. So I'm going to be back after I perform my LED light treatment, and I'm going to show you what I do in the mornings right after LED light therapy, and that's going to be the Aduro cream. And I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I just finished up my LED light treatment with my Aduros. So I want to show you something really quick. I just turned it back on to skin booster mode. But see, as the Aduro, when you wear it, it covers such a large, it covers like pretty much everything. Even like this surrounding area, especially when you have the neck piece on as well. Where the Qure, it cuts off a lot of the face. But look, it does treat around the eyes too. As you can see, if you hold this up like this, you could see that it is treating around the eyes as well. And it is treating around the lips as well. Except for maybe this top part right here, because there's no LEDs right here in this top part. But it's treating like starting from right around in here. It's not directly treating the lip tissue. So what I use in place of this is to treat my lips, because I want to treat the lip skin here, and to treat my upper lip is the current Body Lip Perfector LED light device. Now, I have been using this for 4 months and I'm starting to see results with it. My lips are definitely plumper. They don't look as, the lines there are smoother. The texture of my upper lip looks a lot better, but what it really helps with is dry, chapped lips. It's very, very healing. And it's been so cold and so dry here that this has been like a godsend for my lips. It's not just about putting on the product, but the treatment of the LED light, because LED lights help with wound healing, helps with inflammation and irritation in the skin, red LED light therapy specifically. And so I have been loving it. And, you know, if you're worried about, you know, having so many separate devices, if you don't want to get the lip perfector, it is wireless, which, you know, I love. You don't have to be attached to the wall with a cord like a light stem, but you could take off the mouthpiece, turn it on, and you can hold it over your eye area with your eye closed for 3 minutes per eye if you wanted to treat the skin tissue, you know, where your LED light mask doesn't cover. So I'm gonna go in with my lip perfector right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I will see you guys in a bit. And today is actually my Aura Lift treatment day too, so I'm gonna be using my Aura Lift as well. All right, so I will see you in a sec. Okay, everybody, I'm back. I finished up with my current body lip perfector, so now it's time for my Aduro treatment. So today I do not have to go to work. And so what I like to do is I just leave this on my skin up until I'm ready to get ready. So sometimes it's 1 hour, it's 2 hours, it's 3 hours. But what I do is if I'm going to go outside, like I have to take Misha for a walk since it's a nice day today, so we have to get her walked. 15 to 20 minutes before I take Misha for a walk, I rub the Aduro into my skin, and then I apply my SPF, give that time to set on my skin, and then I take Misha for about a 30 to 35 minute walk, and then I'll come home today, and then I'm gonna get ready for the day to film the intro of this video. On the days that I work, after my LED light therapy, I apply the Aduro, and I have it on my skin for at least 10 minutes. And I try to leave it on my skin for an hour, but however, that's not, you know, everybody's jam because of their schedule. If I'm running short on time, I want to make sure I get my Aduro treatment in because it's best if you use it twice a day when you're first starting this routine. I will put it on and leave it on for 10 minutes at least. Then I wash my face and get ready for the day. I do not leave this on my skin during the day when I'm going to go to work or wear makeup because my skin will get too oily. However, in the evenings, I love it as my nighttime moisturizer. Just love the way my skin looks. So let's go ahead and apply it. So I'm going to take 2 pumps, and I'm going to start this underneath my eyes. And for reference, my daytime skincare is it's the same as my nighttime skincare, except for I'm not using the Aduro when I go to work. I just use this as a treatment mask in the mornings. So my serums are the same, my eye cream is the same. What I replace my moisturizer with is the Osmosis Hydrate Moisturizer. And then of course right now I'm using the Is Clinical Eclipse SPF 50 and then makeup. So it's pretty much the same. I don't use the AJAR device in the mornings. Sometimes I'll go in with the Osmosis Epic Skin Tool and penetrate my serums into my skin, just depending on my skin. So the order I apply the serums, I moisturize them in, is completely the same, and I don't think we need a separate video on that, but if you'd like for me to do a separate video, I will. So I just gently like paint this on the skin. Remember, do not rub it. You just want to paint it onto the skin. Some people use a little tapping motion, but the idea of this is to let it seep into the hair follicle. Do not rub it, because when you rub it, you're pushing it into the stratum corneum, completely missing that hair follicle. And the best way for this to reach those fat cells is to let it sit on the skin without rubbing it so it can slowly travel down that hair follicle and reach those fat cells. So actually, I put this all over. I know I'm probably wasting product, but you know what? I just really love what this does for my skin. It makes it look so, so good. All right, guys, so that is it for my morning skincare. I hope that you found that this was very helpful for you, and I will see you in the next one. I'm sending you all so much love and light, and I'm looking forward to where this spring reset series leads us. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for all your love and support, and have a beautiful rest of your day or evening wherever you are. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye. Oh, you know what? There's one more thing I forgot to tell you. So you can put Aduro directly on your lips too, and it will plump up your lips. Now, here's my thing with this. I will do this, and I have to make sure that when I do this, that I do not lick my lips, get it inside my mouth, or let Misha lick my face while I have the Aduro on it, because Aduro contains black ginger, and I have licked my lips while this was on, and I got an upset stomach. And Misha licked my face accidentally. I wasn't thinking. She licked my face, and right after, she was sick for the rest of the day with an upset tummy. So if you have animals that like to give you kisses, do not let them kiss your face while this is on. Also, for you, do not lick your lips while you have this on your lips. I seriously got an upset tummy from that. And so just fair warning. All right, I'm saying goodbye now. Have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, and I love you all so much.
Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day.